Welcome to the morning CFFL edition, week 15 of the NFL and semifinal week here in the CFFL. This was one of the craziest playoff weeks ever. We had something that's only happened one time before in the playoffs in the previous 20 years. So we'll get right into the action and talk about that. So here we go. Week 15, we saw the Bone Storm take down the Badgers, 77.5 to 65. I'm sorry, the Badgers, that is incorrect. They were the number 1 seed. They fell to the number 5 seed, Bone Storm. Bone Storm move into their first ever Super Bowl. Dez Bryant led the way with 24.5 points. I had him in the other league I'm in, the minor league, the Wiffle League, and yeah, he helped me win, so good job, Dez. Drew Brees made it close on Monday night, but not enough, as the Badgers will move into the third place game, as they will play the loser of the In Rodgers We Trust Horndogs game. And as you see, it was a tie. However, Horndogs were the higher seed, so they get that home field advantage actually of 0.1 points and advance to the Super Bowl, their second ever Super Bowl, to play the Bone Storm. Really, yeah, if you were watching the game, you saw that the Horndogs were behind most of the game, I believe 8, with the last few seconds remaining in the game. However, garbage time, Jeffrey got like a 35-yard catch, which gave him 2 points. Seems like it's somewhere in there. And then the 2-yard touchdown at the end, the second time, as 2 years ago bites. We'll remember this one. Colin Kaepernick threw a touchdown pass in the Super Bowl to beat me. Still haunts me, bites. It still haunts me. With like 30 seconds left as they were getting crushed. Seahawks were in a prevent defense, and the guy came up a little too high. So yeah, that still stings, bites. You're probably laughing that I still remember that, but yeah, that sucked. But yeah, the Horndogs will advance to the Super Bowl. A tough loss for In Rodgers We Trust. They'll move to the third place game. Fifth place game this week saw the Bruisers take down the Black Dingoes, 15.5 to 34. So we'll look at the prize money then as to what's been won so far. Badgers already won 15 plus 60, so they won 75 already. Black Dingoes take home 30 for 6th place. Bruisers pick up another 20 for their win this week. Now they are won $50 this year. In Rodgers We Trust and Badgers have each won 75, and the Horndogs and Bone Storm have each won $200. Super Bowl's worth another $125. Also this week we saw the Donkeys fall to the Gargoyles, and the Garbage Men take down the Team LBM. So in OK Bowl number 8, Garbage Men will play the Gargoyles. Gargoyles are going for the first ever back-to-back championship in the consolation round. So we'll take a look at that right now. Previous winners of the coveted Jim Shavina consolation belt, which Griff currently has. Bullets, the Bruisers, the Maulers, the Kong, the Black Dingoes, Team LBM, and the Gargoyles looking to back-to-back for the first time ever. So it was a crazy week. In the CFFL, I like the tie, and but should be interesting. A big Super Bowl. Right now, I looked at the Bone Storm. Our predicted win by 14. However, the Horndogs have 2 guys, one at 0 and one at 1, so I'm sure they'll be changed up. Week that was. Player of the week, although he wasn't in one of the championship round games, Odell Beckham, who's quickly developing into one of the best players in fantasy football. 3 touchdowns, 143 yards receiving, and 26 points to push the Gargoyles into their OK Bowl second appearance there. Walk of shame really was hard. There was nothing outrageous. Dante Moncrief was started by the Badgers instead of Golden Tate, who was a top 20 receiver this year. Moncrief was held without a catch. Not that Golden Tate lit it up, but 7.5 points. Luckily for the Badgers, still would have lost, which makes that a little more palatable. Not much you can do then. Bone Storm's had a great week. So, sorry to the Badgers, number 1 seed, but you still can win another couple bucks in the third place game. Now to Griff's Gripes. However, we did not get a Griff's Gripe this week. I'm thinking he's just getting ready for OK Bowl number 8. It's a big game. You don't take these championship games lightly. Consolation championship in back-to-back years, so he's got to focus his team, and understandable. We'll probably hear from him next week then. Pickup of the week, Niall Davis at 16 points. Jamal Charles doesn't seem to be 100% healthy, so that could be big if someone was able to get him, and Charles is not playing. And one more now, looking at the games next week in Super Bowl 21, we have the 5 seed Bone Storm against the number 2 seed Horndogs. Horndogs are 1-0 in the Super Bowl in their history. Bone Storm in their first ever Super Bowl. And OK Bowl number 8, Garbage Men's first trip. They take on the Gargoyles, who are 1-0 in the OK Bowl. In Rogers We Trust takes the Badgers on for third place with an extra $25 on the line. Finally, now we have our fantasy honors. Last week we did the all-fantasy team. Next week we'll have the best and worst picks of each team. But right now we'll take a look at the fantasy honors. For the first time ever since giving these out, the Dave Pujic Award, most transaction on the year, did not go to the Fighting Sasquatches. This year the Christmas Cardinals did have it. The Bone Storm were a close second, however the Cardinals did have the most transactions on the year. Eric Red Award, Comeback Player of the Year, went to Jeremy Macklin. Last year missed the whole year. I kind of doubted that he would play this well, but he's been great for the Horndogs as he's helped carry them. Getting tackled to the 1 yard line this week, actually the 1 foot line, almost cost the Horndogs a chance to make the Super Bowl, but they pulled it off, and big game for Macklin, and a big year for Macklin as he wins the Comeback Player of the Year award. The Kurt Warner Award is the best undrafted free agent, wins to Justin Forsett, another guy I did not see that coming. He would have possibly been Comeback Player of the Year, but he never was anything before, so it's hard to win comeback if you were nothing before. But I kind of scoffed to Tony when he was telling me early in the year that Forsett was going to be great. I'm like, yeah, right, we'll see a week or two. But he's been great all year. Probably not as many touchdowns as you would like, but you can't complain with his production. The Tom Brady Award to the best late-round draft pick. Again, Odell Beckham, and another chance to show the catch. Team LBM did draft him, although they let him go early in the year, so it's like the walk of shame of the year there in letting him go. But yeah, he's been great. He'll be probably a second-round pick next year, the way he is playing. Although it could be another Keenan Allen, who last year was great at the end of the year and kind of tailed off this year. So we'll have to see. Ryan Leaf Award to the first-round bust. No one else but Adrian Peterson can win that this year. Played in 1 game, did not do much in that game, and then was suspended. So surprising there to see him out, but not a surprise to see him as the bust of the year. And finally, the fantasy MVP went to Andrew Luck, who had 20.3 points per game for the Garbage Men and pretty much carried his team to a winning record this year. Last year, Peyton Manning, who had a great year, just a record-breaking year, had 21.8 points per game. Luck had 20.3, so a pretty amazing year for him. That is it this week. Good luck to the Super Bowl teams. Good luck to the OK Bowl teams. We'll be back next week to finish up the year, and that is all. See you later. Bye. Oh, and have a Merry Christmas.